Hey guys, we are back with some more Red Wings Eastside Hockey Manager, and we are at the start of January 2001 in the simulation. Year number 3 it is now. And boys, as you can see, we have a whole lot of trade negotiations here, and that's because we're going to be finally trading Brendan Shanahan. It's because, again, I've been saying it for this entire season and maybe even longer than that. You know, we just cannot afford Brendan Shanahan anymore, given our salary cap, the amount of salary cap we have to work with, and we have literally no depth on this team. I mean, if you take a look at the stats for forwards, I mean, we're rolling 2 or 3 lines right now, and Rogers and Potomski just are god awful. If you look at their average rating, and if we take a look at defensemen, so our top 4 is really good, but our bottom 6 pair with Fisher and Bergeron, they're just not good enough yet, man. Average ratings of 6.45 and 6.37. So that's really not good at all. So they're clearly just not ready for the NHL as of right now. And we also need to go out there and get a backup goaltender because Jason Elliott is absolutely god awful. So we're gonna make the trade first, and I've narrowed it down to one trade from the Edmonton Oilers. We're going to be giving up Shanahan in return for a second-round pick, a third-round pick, and a fourth-round pick, all in this year's draft, for Kevin Brown, who looks like this. He's 26 years old, right wing, left wing, right-handed, 6'1". Could be decent depth for us. Joe Holbig, 6'3", 27 years old, again, decent forward depth. But the main prize in this trade is Roman Hamrlik. If you take a look at his stats, oh boy, they are some nice ones here. 6'1", left-handed defenseman, 26 years of age, decent contract as well. Only literally like less than half of what Nicholas Lidstrom's making, so it'd be a perfect combination. So boys, again, this is one of those trades we just have to do. I don't want to do it because, I mean, if you take a look at Shanahan, I mean, 40 points, like. But here's my argument for those of you who didn't watch the previous videos as to why we need to trade Shanahan. I would rather hold on to a guy like Nicholas Lidstrom and then guys like Sergei Fedorov and Steve Yzerman. Well, partially because Yzerman's on a no-trade contract, but I would rather hold on to the star centers and the star defensemen than a star winger, and especially since Yzerman is already 35, I believe. Yeah, 35. We need Fedorov to step in after Yzerman retires as the first line center, so I don't want to, exactly trade Fedorov either. And we obviously cannot trade Chris Osgood, who is not that expensive anyway. So, yeah, when it came down to it, Brendan Shanahan was the odd man out. He's making 6.5 per year. I mean, he's worth it for sure. We just can't afford him, I would rather have depth on this team than like 4 overpaid. Well, maybe not overpaid, but just, again, we just cannot afford all these studs on our team. So we needed to get some depth on here anyway as well. We will offer that to the Edmonton Oilers, and unfortunately we have to wait a couple days in the sim. So, but I may as well show you guys what we're gonna do at free agency, because yes, we are going into free agency. We're gonna be come on now, not clicking on it. Do I need to go back? What's going on here? I need to go all the way back to free agency or something. Do I have to? Yeah, so, all right, there's a spoiler. Wade Flaherty. We're going to be getting Wade Flaherty from the New York Islanders. I'm going to inquire a trade because I have no idea what to give the Islanders, so I'm just going to let them, give me some ideas. And we're going to check free agency. Can we check free agency now? I don't know why it wasn't popping up before. Can we check it now? Thank you. Okay, so we're also going to be once we clear up the cap space, we're going to be signing Donald Brashear, Turner Stevenson, and Sean O'Donnell. So that's a lot of depth at forward. That's a lot of depth at defense, which we desperately need. So I am very okay with that trade. That's effectively Shanahan for all those players who are on our short list. That's Shanahan for Brashear, Brown, Flaherty, Hammerlick, Holbig, O'Donnell, and Stevenson. So, and then plus draft picks, right? So that's a pretty good trade, in my opinion, in terms of, you know, just getting depth for the team. So, let's see. Mid-season draft rankings. So, Rene is the top-ranked player, followed by Duncan Keith and Ryan Clough. Okay, so some very familiar names now. Isn't this the Kovalchuk draft? Yeah, 2001. Yeah, Kovalchuk should be in the draft, right? Cancel that. Where am I going? Scouting. And then the scouts. Yes, assign you to the entry draft. Same for... Who else did we have assigned? Mark Leach, maybe? Yeah. Okay, so we'll sign those guys there. And I'll make this guy scout us again, just to see what we're all about still. And yeah, let's check the draft actually, because I want to see what things are looking like here. Yeah, so this is the Kovalchuk draft, so goodness gracious, Kovalchuk, 17. Yeah, he's 17 years old. Wrist shot 66, so he's still got a little bit of development to go, but he's for sure a talented player. And he's supposed to go 8th too. This is a pretty deep draft. They got Andy Green going going number 4 apparently, even though he wasn't drafted in real life. Okay. Guess that's just the game sort of taking the potential, you know. I mean, Ilya Kovalchuk going 8th though. Imagine if we drop. Imagine if he drops below 8th. That'd be pretty good. We could get him for sure, or at least try getting him. So, and yeah, Holmstrom's still injured and Bussiev's still injured. So, Shanahan is going to be out of here very soon. So start packing your bags, Shanahan. Yep. Offer accept. Oh, turn down. Oh, that's from the Islanders. They were unable to come up with a reasonable package. Okay, so they remain open for further more specific orders. Okay, that's further more specific orders. That's about to say redundant, but let's take a look here. Let's see what they would want. Maybe a draft pick, since we're getting a couple of draft picks from the Edmonton Oilers. They would need some time to consider this offer. That's pretty good, according to them. Yeah, of course, Jim Nill doesn't like it for us, but we do need a backup goaltender right now, desperately. So I'm willing to part with a draft pick for this trade. So, trade between the Red Wings and the Oilers to take place. Yes, we are doing this trade. As much as I hate it, hate giving up Brendan Shanahan, we are getting something decent back in Roman Hammerlick and a bunch of draft picks and some depth at forward. And we also free up that cap space to go out and sign those 3 players. And the good thing about this save file is that, yeah, I know the board's going to be angry and worried, yeah, whatever. But as I was saying, the good thing about this is that since we're in the old NHL, players are only, good depth players are going to want, under $1 million to sign, you know? So, and we are now at average club salary of around $40 million, so that's pretty good. We are looking, once we get all of these players signed, we are looking pretty good. So let's get Hammerlick as a core player. Kevin Brown, I would imagine he is just a regular player. So status, regular. Yep, and then we will now actually go into free agency instead of simulating. And we'll go to our short list. We will sign Donald Brashear. Approach to sign. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Who do I want first? You know what? I'd rather take Stevenson first. Approach to sign. Core player. And yeah, he only wants 770,000. And for a player like this, that's pretty good. He's a decent depth player, and he had His average rating actually wasn't that bad last time he played too with the Flyers, 707. Any, as I said in the last one, any player above a 7 average rating in this game is pretty good. So we'll also sign Brashear. There he goes, 780,000, and Sean O'Donnell. Approach to sign core player. So Sean O'Donnell wants a little bit more, but that, you know, defensemen are going to ask for more sometimes. We can always give him 1 mil there, and then maybe just increase his signing bonus. Yeah, there you go, 50,000. There you go. That's actually more than what he was asking for technically on his contract, but it's, I guess, a higher signing bonus in some aspects is better than a higher salary. So we got all those players offered. Let's just keep simming until we get all those players on our team, because it's only a matter of time before that happens. So Mark Messier inducted into the NHL Hall of Fame. So he's apparently assistant coach. None of those stats are really good, though, so I'm not really inclined to hire him. Proposed trade is rejected. So let's... okay. What about a 3rd and a 4th from Edmonton? Would definitely consider this offer. Okay, let's offer that, because, again, we're desperate for a backup goaltender, boys. A good one. Well, not a good one, just, you know, serviceable compared to Jason Elliott. And let's see, Devils head coach fired. Let's see, anything else happening? Not really. We'll keep simulating here. And come on out. Anything happening? Doesn't look like it. Nope. All right, we'll keep going. Come on now, don't take forever to sign now, boys. And oh, looks like we got something here. Yes, we signed Donald Brashear. Perfect. Okay, so we got more depth at forward now. That's good. And Stevenson accepts. Very good. Player of the week, Pavel Datsyuk. Very nice. And he scored 3 goals and assisted on 4 during 3 games. That's really good. And yeah, offensive player of the week. And then Darren Hatcher is the defensive player of the week. There you go. All right, let's see. Anything happening? Nope. I know we still got 2 more things happening. Another free agent. Yes, Sean O'Donnell is signed. Now we're just waiting for a response from the Islanders, I believe. So are those guys dressed? No, they're not. Okay, so I'll get them in there for our next game. Pavel Datsyuk triggers bonus, okay. And we're still very well below the average club salary, so hopefully it stays that way once we acquire Flaherty. Okay, so our next game is tomorrow against the Devils. Hopefully the Islanders respond. No, they haven't. Did they decline that trade already? Yeah, they must have. It's taken them a long time. So, anyway, we will... Is Holmstrom better? No, he's still day-to-day. So, tactics, yeah, we're still missing a few players here. 18 skaters dressed, so we'll dress Brashear and Stevenson. There you go. And we'll also get Roman Hammerlick in there and Sean O'Donnell instead of Fisher and Bergeron. There you go. And we're just going to send Fisher down to juniors because it's clear he needs to improve. Same thing with Marc-Andre Bergeron. There you go. So there you go. That's looking much better now, boys. And forward-wise as well. Yeah, looking much better. Obviously, I would like to get Potomski and Rogers out of here, but Butsiev and Holmstrom are still injured. Actually, no, we could get Kevin Brown in there temporarily. Rogers and Potomski. Who's been doing worse? Potomski for sure. Yeah, gotta get. Where is he? Where is he? He's right there. Nope. Kevin Brown. Get him in there. There you go. Okay, so Kevin Brown is on the 4th line right wing. That's all right with me. And we actually have to assign numbers here. So, for sure, no, going to take 2 from you. Going to take 47 from you. Let's see. Sean O'Donnell. What number you usually wear? 6. That's taken. I'll give you 2. Turner Stevenson, 24. Is that open? Nope. I'll give you 23. And Donald Brashear, what number do you usually wear? 87. I will give you that. All right. Perfect. Oh, Roman Hammerlick. Let's see. What does he want? 44. Is that open? No, it's not. So I'll give you, let's see. I'll give you 14. There you go. All right, so looking a lot better. Just got to make sure that the New York Islanders respond to our trade, which I'm not sure if they did or not. They might have rejected. Available. Uncertain about his future with the team, so that's good. For us anyway. We'll offer them again just in case the game glitched out or something, or if they already rejected it. So we'll give them a 4th from Edmonton. This is a really bad deal for us according to our assistant general manager, but we again, we're desperate for a decent backup goaltender, so we'll submit that trade to the Islanders. And yep. Yeah, that trade was definitely rejected before because it didn't have the bid on him anymore. Bustiev resumes light practice. That's good. Waiting for him to get back to full health though before we dress him. And let's see what's happening here. Okay, perfect. So the Islanders are accepting our trade. So what's happening here? Is the board mad? No, they're not. Okay, good. Don't need the board getting mad at me. So, instead of Elliott, we can now dress Wade Flaherty. We can set his status to regular player. He already has a number, and we can send Elliott to the minors. So there you go. We now have 2 solid goaltenders, some depth at forward, and depth on defense. Perfect. I mean, we're looking a lot better, boys. The way I see things, we are looking a lot better. I mean, of course, we'll probably miss Shanahan in terms of goal scoring, but if our depth can pay off, it'll be worth it. So, I think, yeah, we'll just go through the rest of January here, and then we'll end it off because this has already been a pretty long video. We are at 17:34 currently. So, in the recording anyway, I don't know what that'll be in the actual video, but because, you know, all the editing and stuff. But, yeah, I think we're in a good spot now, boys. I think we're in a very good spot, yep. The scores are starting... It's starting to show in the scores, too. Because, remember in the last episode, how we were getting all those ugly wins, like 6-5, 5-4, stuff like that. So, schedule, let's see, December. Like, yeah, 4-5 loss, 6-5 win, 6-4 loss. Like, that's all when, what's his name? Jason Elliott had to play since Osgood was fatigued. And then, yeah, 3-1 win, 4-3 shootout loss, 5-4 shootout loss. Yeah, just not a whole bunch of nonsense in December going on. So, and so far, we are looking very solid in the month of January. So, let's keep going until the end of the month. And actually, how many games in a row has Osgood played? I'd imagine a lot. Oh, yeah. He is. I'm surprised he's not fatigued yet. So let's go with Flaherty for his first game as a Detroit Red Wing. And let's see what happens here. Oh, Player of the Week, Pavel Demitra on the Blues. And then Defensive Player of the Week, Anders Eriksson. Very nice. Scoring once and getting 4 assists over 3 games. Okay. And that it for that? Yep. Let's see. There you go. 7-3 win for Wade Flaherty. And we are still in first. That's very nice to see. And Thomas Holmstrom is back for practice. That is good. We'll get him back in. Is Buttsiev back? No, not quite. All right. Removed from injured reserve, and we will take, where is he? Mark Rogers out, and we'll put Holmstrom in. I will send Potomsky down to the minors, and I'll hold on to Mark Rogers for now. But there you go. That's looking a lot better, boys. I have to say, that's looking a lot better. And yeah, let's just keep going. How many games was that? Was that only one game? Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, that was only one game. We'll give Osgood more of a rest. He had a long stretch there. Game against the Coyotes, 3-1 victory. Yeah, see what I mean? Like, this depth is a lot better. Depth is a lot better. I would prefer depth than... And 3 stars compared to 4 stars with no depth. So I think that's working out quite nicely for us as of right now. And our salary cap is actually... Average club salary is less than when we had Shanahan alone compared to all those players that we acquired, right? So, very happy with that trade. Very happy with that trade. So, 7-4 loss. All right. That's the first bad loss that we've had in quite some time, though. So, not going to complain. I mean, we're still in first. We're 30-11 and something, so we're definitely making the playoffs at this point. Marc-Andre Bergeron's injured for a month. Oh, man, poor guy. Performs poorly in the NHL and then gets injured in the juniors. And then, there we go. We answer with a 7-4 victory of our own against the Mighty Ducks, who are apparently terrible. And let's see. Career milestone for Murphy, 100 points. Hamrlik milestone, NHL career milestone, 300 points. Yzerman milestone, 1600th career point. And Fedorov, 700th NHL game. Okay. A lot of milestones there on the same day. And let's see. Game against the Sharks, 5-3 win. We'll go one more game with Wade Flaherty in there, and then we'll go back to Osgood. Player of the week, Trevor Linden. 5 goals and 3 assists in 3 games. That's really good. Sergei Zubov is the defensive player of the week, assisting on 6 goals in 4 games. All right. Red Wings players selected to the Western All-Stars roster. 4 players. Really? Okay, let's... how can we check that out? Was it, yep. So Osgood, Lidstrom, Fedorov, and Yzerman. That's figured. So, foot praise. Okay. And that's about it for that. Just keep going here to February, and then we'll end off the video. Yeah, it's already a really long video. Getting past 20 minutes already. Busiev is back. Perfect. So we'll get him in there. Forwards. Take you off the IR. And let's see now. Who do I scratch? Because I've already scratched Rogers and Potomski. We got Brunette, Yzerman, Brown, Holmstrom, Draper, Fedorov, Brashear, Kozlov, McCarty, Maltby, Datsuk, and Stevenson. I don't really want to scratch any of those guys, really. I guess it'd be, Draper. Draper doesn't have the greatest average rating. What's Butsiev done so far in the time that he's been healthy? Where's Butsiev? Butsiev, 20 games played, 12 assists. Or not 12 assists, 12 points. 710 average rating, though. So, yeah, I got to get him in there somehow. I got to fit him in. Where is he on our depth chart? So, he is... Yeah, he's up there. He's one of our top right wingers. We got to get him in there somehow. I think I might scratch Kevin Brown. What's he been doing? 7.57, though. 7 points in 7 games. My God. How do I do this? How do I choose where to put him? 8 points in 7 games for Turner Stevenson. Wow. What a trade that was. Pavel Datsuk, what's he been doing? 32. Yeah, I can't take him out. Guess it's got to be Draper. I don't know. Got to find somewhere to put Busiev. He's been pretty solid this year so far. I don't know where to put him, though. That's the only problem. I guess I could send Rogers down now to the AHL. There you go. And, yeah, you know what? I'm going to stop the sim here, boys. We're going to stop the video. Let me know where I should put Butsiev in because, man, our team is rolling now. Our team is rolling. Look at this. Besides Draper, everyone after that is above a 7 average rating. That's really good. Defense. So Sean O'Donnell hasn't been doing too great, but that's unfortunate. Hopefully he can get that back up there. He is our veteran back there. One of our veterans back there. 29 years of age. And Roman Hamrlik looks to be tearing it up so far. 6 points in 7 games. Average rating of 7.86. So nothing to really complain about so far, boys. Just... let me know what you thought of those moves, and let me know where to put Butsiev and or who to switch him out for. And I'll see you guys in the next one.